Madness here of the feral horde. Here for Bizarre Brain Comics. Here at the 2022 Colorado Renaissance Festival. And I'm here to talk about comics. Ooh. Yes, yes. This is the comic we're going to talk about today. This DC Comics presents The Three Musketeers and Robin Hood. But we're not going to talk about The Three Musketeers, because Renaissance Festival, Robin Hood is more appropriate. Musketeers could fit in too. And this is from 1976, I think it was. Yes, 1976. But the story, Robin Hood story we're going to talk about, was from 1956, being reprinted. That's not the one. Here we go. Robin Hood. And this was from 1956. A story by Bob Haney and art by Joe Kubert. Now, the thing is, with Robin Hood, because this is DC Comics, of course anybody could do Robin Hood, but this particular version of Robin Hood was started in 1947 with Quality Comics, and then around the might have been 56, correction, 1946, 47 from Quality Comics, and then in 1957, I believe it was, DC Comics bought out Quality Comics, and that's when they acquired this particular version of Robin Hood and the Black Hawk and Plastic Man and a few others, because they had a close relationship. So, in this story, as I said, is written by Bob Haney and drawn by the great Joe Kubert. And his style works so well for this kind of stuff. And this is called Battle of the Kites. I don't know if they even had kites in Europe in that time. I know they had them in China. These are big box kites. He starts off here with In the Sherwood Forest. And Robin Hood and his merry men to come across an older man who had been attacked. There's been a series of attacks in the forest of an extra large and very vicious wild boar. Because wild boar, they're not just pigs, they're wild, and they can be very vicious and very dangerous. They can gut a man in nothing. Well, this man was injured. They go help him, so Robin takes it upon himself. He's got to hunt down that boar. So here's he finds this huge boar. Call it Boarzilla. Call it Boarzilla. And as he's being charged, and his arrows deflect right off the boar's hide. Well, what the heck is going on here? And he runs and dashes, and he's caught in a net. It's a trap. The whole thing was a trap. It was a set-up trap by the Sheriff of Nottingham. So he's being escorted back. He's a prisoner. See, and of course this great Joe Kubert art, lovely. It's very organic style, works so well for this medieval kind of stuff. And just like when he did as I showed, when he did the Viking Prince and all his war comics. Well, here he's put in a makeshift ring, and he's got to face that boar. Well, and he's unarmed this time, but he takes his cloak and uses it to blind the boar. And then he jumps on the back, and they ride and crash through the barricade, and off he goes before it can be recaptured. Well, that just makes the sheriff of Nottingham look silly, doesn't it? He gets back to his people, but while he was there, he saw here a certain item being fluttering from one of the windows of the tower in the castle. He recognized it. That's as King Richard's. So he deduces that King Richard is being held prisoner by his brother Prince John, and they come up with this really bizarre scheme to free him. They get these gigantic kites, and they're coming to attack the castle, and they're flying these huge kites, and the defenders can't figure out what's going on with the kites. But one of the kites gets close enough, and it happens to have Robin Hood secreted inside, and he jumps off and gets Richard into the kite, and then he's pulled away to safety while Robin hops on another kite under attack. Great artwork. Kind of a funny story, but he's on this other giant kite, just being riddled with arrows. But he latches onto the tail of the kite and is able to swing down to safety, and King Richard is saved, Robin Hood is saved, and Prince John and the Sheriff of Nottingham are in big trouble. That's just a little short one, because here's another one I'm not going to go by. This is drawn by, again, written by Bob Haney and drawn by Ross Andrew. You can see a difference in the art. Of course, this is very early stuff by Ross Andrew. But that goes well with the material. And that's all I've got for Robin Hood from the Renaissance Festival. And thank you very much for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And remember, comics are art.